Monopoly is a game where you take on the personas of early real estate barons who are vying for the privilege to be the richest people in New York by running all the other competitors out of the business and then taking over their properties. The game is played on a nice square board that abstracts all the different parts of New York City. To start the game, you get your initial seed money, presumably from your family fortunes, and take one heirloom to become the symbol of your company, which becomes your piece for the rest of the game. From there on, you roll the dice, move the pieces, and buy out everything you can. So now, let's pass go and collect the 5 things we liked about Monopoly and 1 thing we didn't. The first thing I like about Monopoly is the quality of the player pieces. They're made of metal and are quite heavy and really feel good in the hand. The shapes that they come in are also great. Who doesn't like the little Scotty? Newer versions of Monopoly have new sets of tokens that were chosen by the fans and include a cat, T-Rex, and rubber ducky. I also like the light blue properties of Connecticut Avenue, Vermont Avenue, and Oriental Avenue. They're cheaper to acquire and develop, they're pretty easy to land on as players pass go, and they just have a really pretty color. The railroad properties are also great. I particularly like the stylized artwork on the cards, as well as the fact that these are all based on real, contemporary railroads of the time. It really adds to the immersion of the game. One of my absolute favorite things about the game is how it was originally created to represent the consequences of land grabbing and has since morphed into an amazing representation of the unwinnable nature of the capitalist economy where money is given out to large corporations who continue to take advantage of the land and the people by making even formerly accessible places more and more expensive until the richest are the only ones left to use the world. Cardstock deeds are also really great. They make very good use of the space on the cards, show the progression of the different rents, as well as using the back of the card to show how much the property is worth when mortgaged. It's also really cool that the newer versions of the game have more compact versions of the cards, making them easier to hide up your sleeve and harder for grandma to see. But no game is perfect, and there is one thing that I don't like about Monopoly, and that is that I just can't get my friends to play it with me. We used to have game nights really often, but nowadays everyone seems to be so busy. They can't even return my calls. I mean, so what if I flip the table every time I go to jail? That's just not fun for me. I know Karen told me she didn't like it when I invalidate any win that isn't mine. And Jeff had the gall to say that the government stimulus house rule that I used in that one game was cheating. And I was only doing it because I was losing. I mean, how dare they? I just want to play a nice game of Monopoly. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed our review, and that you will give this oft-overlooked game a try, especially nowadays when we're stuck in such close quarters. There's no better way to spend every evening than sitting around the table playing some Monopoly. Be sure to join us next week for a 6-hour stream of Monopoly on our Twitch channel, and listen to our Monopoly-based podcast on your favorite podcast app. And of course, enjoy your April Fool's Day, everyone.